Doing great day, everybody. Today I am 7 weeks and 1 day pregnant. And the big question on my mind this week is, will I be pregnant next week and get to do an 8-week baby bump video log? This last week has been really interesting. It's been a little crazy, and if you don't know what's going on, check out my other YouTube channel. I will link it below so I can fill you in on my crazy psychic life. But as far as my physical symptoms go, I've been much more emotionally stable. I haven't been crying all the time. I've traded that in for some serious nasal congestion and on and off headache. I haven't been too tired, but I do notice that in the middle of the afternoon I'll be chugging along, and then all of a sudden I'll just have to lay down and sleep. And I'll usually sleep for like an hour, maybe an hour and a half. So that's been the physical stuff. So yesterday my husband and I celebrated 9 years of marriage together, and I'm so excited about that. Every day that goes by, I love that man more and more, and he has just been an amazing, bright, shiny bubble in my life, and I love him to death. So to be able to have celebrated number 9, and I'm looking forward to number 10, and we'll hopefully have a beautiful baby by that time, and it'll be amazing. And I still can't believe that it's been that many years and that we are just now starting our family and having children. As far as emotionally, I've been really happy, very energetic and bubbly. Every once in a while, I'm still eating small portions of food and getting full really fast. So if I eat too much, it'll kind of make me feel ugh, and then I get kind of down. But I just lay down and then it goes away. Energetically and spiritually, I had the opportunity today to get together with some people, and I was really happy to hear that someone else can see my pregnancy energy aura coming off from me, because I'm in it all the time, so I feel it all over me. But to be able to be around someone else who can feel it was really cool for me this week. And I have noticed the presence of a very high vibrational spiritual being that has not quite reached down and made contact with me, but when I turn my meditation towards, does this baby have a soul? How are things progressing on the spiritual aspect for the baby? I did get this very high vibrational, positive focus coming down through me, which is a very good sign, because I had that attached feeling of, yes, that things are progressing as they're supposed to be. I'm going to do a separate video on my previous experiences with people who are pregnant around me, and different books that I have read and really poked around and see how things really are in my previous meditations on pregnancy and children. I feel like I have a very unique outlook on the whole human development. So I'm going to do a separate video on that and just touch a little bit on how I feel that spirit of the child that is growing inside. What was really cool was I did some self-healing this week, and as I was cleaning my energy body and I was looking at each one of my chakras, in my heart chakra, it had expanded, so it's larger than even it was before, which is really interesting for me because it's so big already for me. But I saw this little flicker of another heartbeat inside my heartbeat, and that was really cool to watch energetically and gave me a lot of hope. And that happened, I want to say, 6 weeks and 5 days pregnant I was at that time, and that was a really neat experience to have. So I've definitely been feeling it. Today was one of the first days that I really had a wave of that hormone feeling that really knocked me on my butt, and I had to sit down and just be calm and take it easy and go with the flow of things again. It hasn't been quite so high this week. Today I got up and I did my workout, and the reason that I'm wondering, will I be pregnant next week? I am not too overly concerned about it. I went and I did my workout this morning with one of my girlfriends, and I got home. I was home for a couple of hours, and I got up to go to the bathroom, and there was it wasn't this gush, but it was very bloody and very sudden out of nowhere. So that really shocked me because I didn't see it or feel it coming at all. It was just there. So as I was sitting there, I had run this scenario over in my mind so many times. How am I going to feel if I have a miscarriage, if I start bleeding? How am I going to feel? How am I going to process? So in the span of a few seconds, I literally went through shock because I wasn't expecting it. And then I felt sorrow, and then I felt okay. So I went through all series of emotion in that very short time, and I told my husband, I said, well, I said, I'm bleeding, I don't know how I feel about it, and I know that it is very, very common to bleed in the first trimester. So I'm not overly concerned about it, but I've also run the situation over in my mind so many times that I know whatever is going to happen for a reason. The baby energy on my body still feels very strong, and I still feel very positive about it. I don't think anything's wrong. It only lasted maybe an hour, and that was the end of it. So I feel okay about that. The only thing that really concerned me was that it was very bright red, and it was a little slimy, mucusy in it. And so those two things combined concerned me, so I was really grappling with, okay, well, you know, we're going to deal with the hand that we're given, and if all else fails, we'll try again next month. But I really don't feel that that's the case. I think that everything is fine, but that did happen just today, and I'm 7 weeks in 1 day. So it's still there. So we'll see. We'll see how things go. We'll see how things play out. I'm not sweating it a whole lot. I did call and talk to the nurse, and she said the only reason that I would really need to go to the emergency room or anything is if I am bleeding so heavily they fear that it's a hemorrhage, which is not the case at all. So we'll see how it goes. I am going to do a couple more videos for this channel, talking more about the spiritual aspect, things that I've experienced with mothers and children, and the development of babies and before they're born, and the stuff that I see in them. And hopefully next week I'll be able to do another one and tell you all what's going on and how it is. So, I hope you all have a great day, and I will talk to you all soon.